You see all these little muscles right here and all these little muscles right here? Well, if you have issues with your hips, then those are the muscles you want to strengthen. They help create stability for internal and external rotation of the hip capsule, which is what's really important when it comes to anything from walking to standing to jumping to anything you do in your daily life. And so today, I want to show you the 3 best moves to increase hip strength and stability. And let's start with a beginner variation right now, and all you need is a wall. All right? The purpose of this movement is to teach you hip extension and help you activate those big muscles, the glutes, as you do this. So here's what we're going to do. Face the wall and bring your arms out in front of you. Should be about this distance from the wall. So arms distance from the wall. From there, what you're going to do is lift your knee and bring your knee up against the wall like this. If you need to, you can put a towel there as a cushion. Not required, but you can totally do that. From there, slowly ease off the wall with your hands. And what you're going to do is try to push your knee into the wall by pushing this foot backwards. So by pushing this back heel into the ground, it's going to facilitate pushing your knee into the wall. From there, check your hips. Are they straight forward? Are they up or down? Make sure they're balanced in the center, they're not twisted or rotated, and then hold this position. Now, once you can hold this position for 60 seconds, and you can really feel that glute activation, and you can do it on both sides like this, then you can start practicing the next variation, which is going to be doing that same thing, activating the muscles of your glutes and your hips, but this time in what's called a hip hinge position. So this one looks like this. Instead of us extending forward like this, we're going to hinge backwards like this. So lift the foot behind you, bend forward from the waist, and you should have a nice flat back. So we're not rounding our back like this. From there, bring your hands down to the chair and put all 5 fingertips on the chair and hold this position. Now, a few things to be focused on here. 1, don't let the hips sag down like this. Instead, bring the pelvis right into the middle, okay? Next, don't open the hips up like this. Instead, bring the pelvis right into the middle. It should almost be the same as you having both feet on the ground, only this one leg lifts off the ground. Now, what we're going to do is do the same thing, working on holding this position for 60 seconds. Now, here's the progression, though. First week, you can do it with all 5 fingertips. The next week, lift your pinkies. The next week, lift your ring fingers. The next week, lift your middle fingers. The next week, lift your thumbs. The next week, lift your index fingers, and work up to the point where you can balance in this position for 60 full seconds. Now, if you can balance in that position for 60 full seconds, then guess what? You will have felt these muscles work incredibly hard, and it should already change the way that you walk, that you stand, because these muscles are strengthening that hip external rotation that we need for all kinds of movement in our daily life. But if you want to take it one step further, now that we know how to extend the hips fully, and we know how to activate the hips in a hinge position, is that exact movement. You know what it's called? It's called the drinking bird, like this. I don't know if you guys remember these old drinking birds from back in the day that go forward and backward like this. So that's our goal, is to be able to do a drinking bird just like that. So to start out with a drinking bird, we're going to go hands on the hips. You're going to shift your weight to one foot, find that balance point. You're going to bring the leg back and just go a little bit down, and then squeeze the glutes and go a little bit up, slow and controlled. The goal is, over time, to work your way down, going deeper and deeper in this position. And then, if you're able to do it through a full range of motion, bring your hands behind your head, can make this movement harder, and you find more balance and control, and you have to have better posture as you do this movement. And then another way to make it even harder is to bring your arms all the way overhead as you come forward and backwards like this. What an amazing way to strengthen your hips and make your full body feel amazing. Now, if you want more moves to make your lower body feel amazing, just like this one, and progressions to take you from beginner to advanced movements, that's exactly what we're going to do at our Lower Body Fix Masterclass, which we're hosting very soon, and you can sign up for free by clicking the link below.